So good morning. Hi, we are here to talk about UTIs, ready to break down every myth you could possibly have around urinary tract infections. So moving on, what is a UTI? A UTI is an infection that involves your urinary tract. So any part of your urinary tract, whether it's your urethra, we are going from bottom to top. So urethra or the tube that drains urine out to the exterior of your body. It's a bladder, the sort of like a cup that holds your urine. Then your ureters, which are the tubes that drain the urine from the kidneys into the bladder or your kidneys. And it is so common that almost 1 in 2 women has had a UTI in their entire lifetime. And UTIs infect a total of 150 million people each year. When we say in women, they're as common as 1 in 2 women get one. It's not the case with men. The ratio is much, much lower. 1 in 10 men have a UTI once in their lifetime. And that's simply because the urethra is much shorter in women and the urethra is at a very close proximity to the anus in women as compared to men. Men have a longer urethra because it goes all through their penis. Moving on to the type of UTIs, depending on the part of your urinary tract involved, you could have urethritis, which is the lowermost part, which patients usually have discharge and burning when they pee. You could have cystitis, which is when the bladder gets involved, your infection rises up a little, and you could also have symptoms such as belly pain while you pee, cloudy urine, blood in your urine, cramping. If a higher part than your bladder, like your ureters or your kidneys, get involved, it becomes a slightly more serious infection. So that's called pyelonephritis, and patients can have fever and chills, and your entire body as a whole starts reacting to that infection. So we went through the types. Now, how do we know whether we have a UTI? Yes. So how will you know is if you have a burning feeling when you pee and the urge to pee, you get the urge to pee very often and very little comes out when you do. If you look at the color of your urine, normally it's clear, it is light yellowish in color if you're well hydrated. But if you have a UTI, it could become cloudy, it could appear red, bright pink, or cola colored, which is basically signs of blood in your urine. Blood is not normally present. Your urine could be strong smelling. Not a lot of patients notice this though. You could have kidney pain, higher up, like an infection that's more advanced. And kidney pain would be pain right behind at the lower end of your ribs, on your lower back, mid to lower back. That pain can get radiating or move towards your pelvis or lower abdomen. So at the center of your lower abdomen, normally near the same place that you get your period cramps. And you could also have fever and chills if it is a more advanced infection. Most women are generally spot on when it comes to diagnosing themselves with UTIs, but sometimes these conditions can be confused with other conditions. So, like burning when you pee, or red colored urine, or pain in your belly, and fever and chills can also happen in the case of some sexually transmitted infections. Can also happen in the case of a certain vaginal infection. So, like for instance, chlamydia and gonorrhea, patients do have burning feelings when they pee, they do have abdominal pain. The way to differentiate this from a sexually transmitted infection or from a reproductive tract infection is the absence of vaginal discharge or absence of any vaginal symptoms in UTIs. Another condition that it may be confused with is a kidney stone. A kidney stone, patients do get pain, patients do sometimes get fever and chills, but unless they are infected, they don't have burning or any itching or any irritation while passing urine. Again, another condition it could be confused with could be appendicitis, where you have pain in a certain portion of your belly and nausea and vomiting, but no urinary symptoms. So there are a lot of conditions that will be confused with a UTI. It's very important that you tell your doctor and get diagnosed correctly and on time. UTIs can become a whole systemic or a whole body involving thing. And it really depends on the immune status of the patient and on the point where they can talk about their symptoms, or they get their symptoms addressed early on. So this problem is more common in older women, and that happens because as you enter menopause, the vagina dries up. The normal vaginal secretions are a result of your vaginal hormones, and those dry up. So like you're not going to have estrogen that normally keeps everything there healthy. So the mucosa which is dried up is easily infective. And if these patients don't have control over their urinary function, they sometimes don't tend to realize that their bladder is full. They are not able to maintain urinary hygiene as well. So both these conditions do increase the risk of complicating a UTI. If you have something that is compressing your immune system, like diabetes, or if a patient has had chemo, or if a patient has had a catheter for some reason, their natural immunity is lower. So the chance for that infection to go higher up from your ureters to, like from your bladder to your ureters to your kidney, is a very easy way for the infection to go up. I don't really have actual research data on it, but in my clinical experience, almost every other girl that goes to have sex for the first time comes back with a UTI. And when we have patients that come to us for premarital counseling, we normally tell them, or patients that have entered into a new relationship, we tell them that that's one of the things they really need to watch out for. Because what happens is when you engage in sexual intercourse for the first time, you are feeling sore, you are feeling painful in that area, so you're less likely to even understand your UTI symptoms. So you need to be alert, you need to be aware that this might happen. You might just get like blood tinged urine and you think it's because of the sex. So there's a lot of people that might not notice a UTI if it's happened to them, right? It's called honeymoon cystitis precisely because of that reason, that it happens. People assume that it happens first time on the honeymoon. Bacteria that cause it are also different. They are bacteria that are normally present over your skin, and that happens because during foreplay, the penis comes in contact with all parts of the woman's reproductive tract. And with blood being there, because they indulge in sex for the first time, like periods, with blood being there, the natural defense is also sort of lowered. And woman's body coming in contact with semen for the first time can also irritate the urethral opening, or the place where the urine comes out in women. All these factors sort of combine together, lower the defense of the body, and can cause a UTI.